Hi everyone, welcome to Dust Shell Collectibles. We're here today at the Bluebell Railway for the 2024 Modern Railway Day. Well, welcome to the Bluebell Railway, and start the day looking at Fenchurch. Fantastic loco in full steam. Just seen it come into the station with the carriage behind, which is from Welsh Railways. On the top there, observation carriage between, can't read where it is, but it does go into Fenstiniog. And yeah, Fenchurch in full steam. So the whole of the site is open today, including all the workshops, and the layouts and retailers are sort of spread out through the areas of the different buildings. Right, Inspire Gifts and Models. Oh, that made me jump. Let's just walk down this way, see what we got here. David Wills. It's a nice little briefcase layout here from Roxley Models. You see N-gauge, all fitting inside a nice little suitcase there. N-gauge layout here in American outline. This is Solent Summit. If I remember rightly, this is a modular layout. We've seen this at a couple of exhibitions. And if I do remember correctly, this builds into one absolutely huge layout with all the different modules. Has a big turnaround at, well, where I've seen it before, it has a big turnaround on one end with a helix, and yeah, lots and lots of detailed sections that all build together to make one fantastic layout. Right, well I stand corrected, I called this Solent Summit, and obviously this is one of the modules of Solent Summit. So this module is Los Tanimals, and I read up here, it says, as part of the Gosport American Railroad Group, built by Bob Norris with baseboards by Ted Humber, to provide a small layout and a Solent Summit layout which can be up to 4 scale miles in length and costly to transport. So obviously at the exhibition today, the smaller version, just this one module of the larger scale layout. Right, so this layout here is by the Dartmoor 009 Gauge Club. Now it's a modular layout, and each one of the modules is built by one of the club members, and then they bring them all together at different shows. So as we walk along the layout, you see the scenery does change. I'm just going to focus in on the little Fenstiniog loco in the station here. Just move my microphone towards it because it's full of sound. Actually, I'm going to watch the pull around here, and then we'll try and follow this loco as it moves along the layout. Each one of the modules is so well done, So much scenery on here. So I'm going to follow this loco round. Right, just moving into the second module, and you'll see the scenery change. Right, just transitioning to the third baseboard.
The brakes on everything. The gremlins. Yeah. No, two. Can you get those all set? Stay like that. Yeah, about 10 seconds almost worth. If you lift it up.
The issue that happened when I was running out of space. So the TT lamps.
And on to the fourth baseboard. Nice, that beautiful, what's that, Blanche there. Keep following her. I think this is Prince. I can't read on the side, it's too small for me. But one of the Pico locos. And then look at this. How marvellous is. I'm just going to pan back a bit because, yeah, very, very effective. The scenery's amazing on there. That's the Brunel-esque bridge there.
Yeah.
And past the Fairley.
Beside it, but I think the counter puts right, but there's a shift in one end. So it's got to wait there.
Right, now leaving that loco here, we move on to the next baseboard. A small modular piece here. And watching the pacer go past. Another fantastic, well-seamed area. Trestle Bridge with a Land Rover. And then into what looks like the final modular section. So it's actually a layout of quite some size, and as I say, it's just a group of people that come together. They make their own little baseboards and then bring them all together for this wonderful layout. And just talking to the chap here, they've got little sections that can go off and turn around, and yeah, the modules all fit together. They could go in any order, and yeah, they've got turnarounds that depend on the space that they've got. They bring them all together and yeah, make this wonderful setup. As I've already shown you a couple of the locos in live steam, obviously with this being the steam heritage centre at the Bluebell Railway, the exhibitions today are all in the workshops and the engine sheds, and just outside the engine shed here is 73082 Camelot, a standard 5 class, just sitting out there in the sun, which I guess was in here earlier in the day and has been moved outside so that they can get the layouts in the engine shed behind us. So just in front of Camelot is Thornbury Hill. Well, Thornbury Hill is certainly a well-travelled layout. Just looking at some of the plaques here from the different exhibitions that it's been to. Right, so this is Arundel, which is by Worthing Model Railway Club. This layout's actually for sale for £2,500 if you're interested. Quite a size. Let me just pan down without getting people in the shop so you can see down there the size of the layout. Just taking a quick picture over here of the fiddle yard over the back of the layout.
It's on plastic, pico plastic chairs, coat 60 but there is brass pins every now and again to solve.
We saw the suitcase layout earlier from Roxley Models. Well, this is their trade stand. Lots of different locos on here.
Okay, brilliant.
And there's the Paddington Bear set from Cato and various other Graham Farish locos. Right, this is Clayton West Regional Railways.
The car and get some
Now, one of the things that unfortunately the camera can't capture, particularly with this show, is because we've got live steam going past the shed here. Every now and again we're getting the smell of, obviously, of coal and steam oil, which is very, creating one hell of an atmosphere. Right, this is Fritterton Road. Very, very effective layout. Some wonderful scenery on here. And let's just pick up on the loco. Just grab a picture at the end here of the host house at the end and the hops. As I say, the scenery on here is absolutely superb. Right, we've got Invicta Model Railways. Right, heading out of the first engine shed, back into the yard here, and Fenchurch is still sitting there on the steaming bay. I've just noticed the water tower over the other side. How fantastic is that? Wonderful setup they've got here. Now, I do believe I came here many, many years ago. I don't remember it at all, so this is my first visit, certainly in my memory, and I'll certainly be coming back here again. So already, just being here very briefly, I can definitely recommend the Bluebell Railway. Isn't it great to see a good supply of coal at a heritage railway? Vintage British Rails shunter here, I'm guessing a Class 8. And there's a Bulleid Pacific here, Southern Railways, with its cowling off. It's under some form of repair. Well, it's under a great form of repair by the look of it, because there's no interior in the cab, no fittings. And as I say, the cladding is off the side. Some smaller 7.5 inch gauge locos here. And just further down the yard here, they are running a track back and forth for the kids. Got a BR standard Class 2 tank engine rebuild project. So this is in the Atlantic shed. We're going to have a look at the Atlantic later on. That's out in the yard. That's just been completed, a complete rebuild actually from a boiler. So they're considering that as a new loco. This is the Adams 30358, and this has taken its place in the workshop here, and is currently awaiting some form of restoration. And just to the other side is the LSWR Normandy, and again, sitting here, I think, no, the boiler is still in it, I couldn't see, sorry, so the boiler's still in here, but again, in the process of some form of restoration. Well, I just mentioned the Atlantic, and here it is, Beachy Head, out in the yard, absolutely resplendent, as it's just finished. Well, it's a new build, they're classing it as a new build. There was a boiler and with 1.2 million, I think it was, invested into putting the loco back on the rails. Absolutely wonderful. Look at this. And Fenchurch just going past behind the loco. So in the other workshop here we've got Invicta track. Certainly seen this one before, the gauge 1 layout. Huge size of portable track and some beautiful, beautiful engines. Just to put some perspective on the size of track that's been moved here. You can see right at the far end there, it comes all the way around, it's a big loop, and down to the other end here. So many beautiful engines on here. Look at these two right in front of me. Just having a quick look through at the workshops here. They're not accessible, but there's a hell of a lot of machinery in here, some fantastic bits of kit. And on the bench here, look at the spanners. Marvellous. And over the back here, loco number 263, the Chatham class loco. Chap was telling me 1903 that loco. Beautiful engine. Right, Southern Scale models. What have they got on here today? We've got some G-gauge locos here. There's a States loco there, £120. Various other bits here. There's a Roundhouse Fowler loco. I believe that's what that is. £1,500. Mocklin Mini Club. And all kinds of stock on here. Certainly one of those shops I do need to go and have a look in, and I've seen a lot of fairs and they do have some really, really good stuff.
We've got two sides in the back. Oh, right.
Just moving down a bit, we've got some super detail Wren coaches. Cool, they're a good price, £8 each. Reminds me of the advert there for the Chatham show. That's one that's on my radar. And we've got some locos down this end. Just walk down to the other end to have a look at the locos properly. There's some good little engines on here actually, not bad prices. Tornado in front of me on the railroad, £75. What we got over the back here? Top row. Tell you what has caught my eye, the Bachmann, I believe that's Bachmann, I can't read it from here, but it's the Green Arrow, yes, Bachmann Industries Europe Limited, Green Arrow, the limited edition set that's there. Yeah, that's definitely caught my eye. It's amazing having all the stalls in and around these beautiful locos. Number 65 here. And just to the side of it, there's a Hall class loco. Let's see which one it is, I can't remember. Let's have a look. Whitewick Hall. Absolutely stunning. I can't get far enough away to get it in shot. There's a tender sitting here. I don't know what that's from. Yeah, I don't know what that one's from. And Southern Engine 473. Right, let's have a look at this O-gauge setup. fantastic. Look at this. And in the middle here, quite a nice stock of locos. And I do believe just tucked at the end there, I'm going to zoom in. There's definitely a Union Pacific big boy in there. So I've just made my way round to the other side of the layout, and this is the Lionel Collectors Club UK. And obviously with the O-gauge Lionel locos going around on their 3-rail track here. So I'm guessing the tender that I saw a minute ago, I wasn't able to identify, that's off the 9F 9240, and this stall here is trying to raise funds to, as it says, await the giant. So just moving down past the locos here, try not to film too many people, it's very crowded in places. What do we got here? LMS 27505, little shunting engine. Yeah, quite a... They do have some stock here. Just come around the other side of that loco. Try and get it into shot. Yeah, as always, when the locos are in engine shed, it's really difficult to get far enough away to get them completely in shot. Right, South Eastern and Chatham Railway 592. Again, difficulty in getting it completely in shot because there's so many people. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful looking engine. Yeah, very impressive. At the end here it says Captain Baxter number 3, an engine that I'm not familiar with. Fletcher, Jennings & Co, Whitehaven. So if you haven't already seen it, a couple of weekends ago I was at the Horsted Keynes driving a steam train. The video's on the channel. Amazing experience, and yeah, one that will live with me for a very long time. Right, so we've got this walkway coming up between the engines. This is 592 again. And you can walk into this area that's been raised between the tender at that end and the cab at this end. I do like it when they do this because you can get a really good view of all the controls of the engine. Sit down here in the fly box. There's actually a video running here showing the engine in motion. That's what the sound is. I just want to show you this, as well as the video playing over the back there. This is actually, as I say, in between the loco and the tender. I don't even make out, but the floor's moving. So if I stand in here, I don't know whether it'll come out on the video, but as the floor is moving, it's giving me the sensation that I'm actually driving in the train. Right, so this is standard class 4. This is 5027. It's a Riddle's engine, built in Swindon. Just walk down the side of it again, trying to get far enough away, and we just come down the steps here. I can lift up and have a look inside the cab. And the tender over this side. You can see the Quite nice lines of the tender on this one. Right, and just in front of the standard class 4 is the Terrier Stepney, and the footplate. The footplate is open, so I made my way inside. What a great experience to be able to come in here. You know, one of those, well, I'd like to say one of the iconic engines. I mean, I've been aware of this one for many, many years. I don't think I've actually seen it in the flesh. I think this is the first time, but yeah, quite an iconic engine, I think. Let me just film down the side here. So walk back down the gangway, and I will go around the other side of the loco in a moment. And we've got a Thomas the Tank Engine face painted on the smoke box door. Right, I've got a few little layouts up here sponsored by Harrison Brown Models. What's this one? Swanswell. Little engaged layout. And this is Harrison Brown Models. So there's these at a few fairs this year. Got the Fine Cost Models, Cityscape. Okay, we're just inside this railway carriage. It's the New Haven and District Model Railway Club. They've got a couple of layouts in here, so let's just make my way up this big step. And we've got an automated layout running back and forth here.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't going to get one, but I saw one at an exhibition, and then I went to go to one, and they had one in reduced price. It's really, really expensive normally, but they took like not to almost £100 off it.
Quite a nice little layout on some trestles just here inside the carriage.
Yeah, it's good fun. Lovely.
And a nice little layout at the end here. Quite a traditional setup. If you remember earlier, I mentioned the tender, the 9F tender. Well, there's the actual loco itself, 92240. Just tucked down behind the stairs here. And just walk down towards the engine. What a beautiful station. Without a doubt, a stunning engine. It says on here, built in Brighton 1822, in Brighton Works, Fenchurch. Absolutely stunning engine. Let's just get a view in the cab. See the fire burning hot down there.
Safety announcement for passengers on platform 1. Please stand well away from the edge of platform 1 as train approaches. This is the last call for the 253 service on observation of service on platform 2. 253 service. Any observation service. Please join the train at the nearest door and close it behind you. Thank you.
I don't know, it's not quite that well, so.
Odd. You didn't have that, did you?
You're not there yet, Kev.
What do you mean I'm not there? It's over the hole.
You've got the past the hole.
Oh, all right, I'm going to hold
Yeah.
Going on.
Yeah.
I don't know, Dad. I've never done this on this one yet.
Yeah, not now.
Are you going to watch it?
Right, so just about leaving Sheffield Park station to head down to Horsted Keynes. Just showing you these signs all the way down this picket fencing here. These different advertising signs, absolutely fantastic. Anyway, I think I'm going to split this video into two sections. So this section, I'll just turn the camera around. Right, so I'm going to split this video into two sections. So this video is around Sheffield Park and the layouts that were here, and we're just heading down to Horsted Keynes, and I'll make that into a separate video so they don't get too long, and you know, try and keep a little bit of interest. So anyway, if you enjoyed this section of the video, please do give it a thumbs up, and why not subscribe for the second part. And with that, we'll leave this one there. Thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.